Hey, what is going on, guys? It is CryptoZerp, and today I'm going to be answering a question I get asked way too much, and that's, Zerp, when do I know when to buy? Should I buy Bitcoin? Should I buy 10x? Oh my god, what should I do? There's so many questions I get in the community. What you should do is actually learn the technical signs as well as the fundamentals to buy into cryptocurrency, or even spot a good buying opportunity where you can mitigate your risk and have a much better reward potential. So today I'm going to be doing what I know is best for all of you, and that's sharing how you can spot these signs on your own. I'm going to be showing you 3 different signs to spot winners in the market and make a good return on your traded investment. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it. But before this video starts, guys, I do want to say I'm doing another $50 Bitcoin giveaway, but make sure you guys are doing all these steps because I have had winners that don't do all these steps and I can't give them the prize. So what you have to do is just like this video by clicking the thumbs up, then click the subscribe button, and then turn on my notifications right next to that. Scroll down, leave a comment of your Bitcoin address so I know where to send it to, and then leave a comment about this video or a future video you want me to make, and then make sure you're following my Twitter because that's where I post all the prize claims, and if you guys don't have me following me, I can't give you the prize, so you guys won't know if you won or not. So other than that, guys, enjoy the video. Hey guys, so welcome back. So the first tip I want to talk about is consecutive winners on a pullback. What does that mean? Let's take a look here at Dogecoin. If we take a look at Doge's price action, Doge has had a very nice run up over its more longer trend. As we can see, we have a lot of nice short uptrends that have returned very nicely, and it has a nice pullback each time. But even with all those pullbacks, it continues to hold a decent amount of its gains and rally to new highs. We've seen this consecutively ever since it launched, and because of that, it continues to rally to newer highs. And we even got a rally up to 150 Satoshis. Now this on a long-term perspective looks fantastic. On a swing trader's perspective, it also looks pretty good. Because what we're seeing now is not only did we see a great uptrend, but we're seeing Doge hold a lot of its gains. And it starts to find a slowing support around this level, around 110 Satoshis. So we're seeing it now out of a pullback for Doge, and it's had a great uptrend. However, we're seeing it in the past where even though it has these pullbacks, a lot of people are like, oh my god, it's gone from 150 to 110. It's probably going to go to 0. I'm going to get out. No, guys, this is actually very good. We want to see pullbacks, but we want to see the holding price of the strength confirmation. As we can see, each time it has an uptrend, it's held a decent amount of its gains. No, not all of it, but it usually comes back to correct those losses. And it's a healthy correction. You need winners as much as they are the king of crypto. You know they might be the best. You know cryptocurrency in the portfolio, your favorite long-term holding, and you might think they're worth a bajillion dollars. But you still have to consider the fact that things have pullbacks, and if they can have pullbacks, that's healthy, that's good, and that means that they're most likely going to go to new highs in the future. Much like Doge has over the past, generally speaking, this is kind of a range you want to buy. You want to see something that's been winning consecutively and it has a nice pullback close to around 50%. Okay, and speaking of that, that's our next point. 50% pullbacks are okay. Now, this is getting away from kind of taking about the longer term perspective, and this is more kind of a short term perspective. Even though it's good to have a past history of consecutive 50% pullbacks, a 50% pullback itself and holding that 50% pullback is a fantastic sign to buy into something. So, for example, we see Navcoin compared to Bitcoin have a massive run up over the past few days, a few weeks ago. However, we've had a nice steady pullback. This wasn't an instant pump and dump where it went up and then down back to its lows and maybe even lower. No, it held a lot of its gains. Now, of course, it's common for a correction like this to happen. I always tell people not to buy something after it's gone up 300–400% because generally speaking, it's due for a correction. Okay, now what you want to do is you want to look for the pullback not to drop instantly, but to have a nice steady correction backwards, as Navcoin has, especially compared to how fast it ran up, but slowly pulling back and finding a common support around 50%. If we take a look here, the major amount of resistance for this was around the 40,000 Satoshi range. Well now it's 20,000. So that's a perfect clean 50% pullback in price action. So when you can find a 50% correction in price action, make sure to see if you can see those common levels of support where many times it's tested 20,000 Satoshis in this case. And once it's held that level, once it's held that 50% correction level multiple times, you can see that as a form of price strength confirmation, do you buy into cryptocurrency? Now again, it's not an absolute telltale sign to buy in. Sometimes it can continue to go down, as we've seen with some cryptocurrencies. But again, it's a great sign and it's a good positive confirmation that it's most likely set to go back to new highs. The last one I want to talk about is Vertcoin. And on this Vertcoin example, I want to talk about two indicators, the 21-day and the 50-day moving average. So how do we get these set up? I'm going to go ahead and set them up on my chart. So first off, you're going to want to go to indicators, and then you're going to want to type in moving average. Make sure you add two different ones, one for the 21-day and one for the 50. So you're going to want to set these values again to 21 and then also to 50. And then, so once you get these moving averages, there's a reason I want to talk about using these. And I'm going to tell you how I use them as a bullish indicator. The 50 and 21-day are signs of momentum, and they're signs of a bullish price action. As long as these price actions hold above these levels, you should have a pretty good indicator if the price will rise or fall. So the default colors that they give you are pretty dull and kind of hard to differentiate. All you have to do to change them, go to settings and then go to style, and then pick a color that kind of stands out. You can also make it brighter or darker if you want. I did it for both indicators. I changed the color for both of them. I would definitely recommend for you to do this as well. So now that we have much more vibrant colors, we can see the indicators a little bit better. We can see that Vertcoin went up, and you can see that it maintains support relatively well on the 50-day. And after it had a nice little uptick, and from there we can see price strength confirmation. We can see that it had support on the 50-day, and once it truly broke past and had its next uptick again, we're looking for those pullbacks. If we could see a pullback and find it coming on the 21-day moving average rather than the 50-day, once it got over the 21-day, that is a very solid bullish indicator. Again, I always recommend you all use moving averages. They seem like a simple tool that everyone is using, but really they aren't being used by everyone. And it can be such a great indicator, especially in early markets such as cryptocurrencies, where their simple indicators can really help you gain an advantage. And I always recommend, if you can see some consistent support of the 50-day and then again consistent support on the 21-day moving average, that is a market momentum mover. That is something that is seeing confidence, and that's when you want to buy in on a pullback. So again, we talked about pullbacks earlier on. This would be a great level to buy, and it's not complete 50% pullback, but again, this one has been showing consistent signs of going up over time. And along with that, it's holding on 21-day, a very solid sign that this is ready for some continued momentum to the upside. Alright, and there you go, guys. Those are the 3 signs to buy into a cryptocurrency. Hopefully it was very helpful and you guys learned something new. If you guys like this type of video, I might do one every single week, some like trading tips or something like that, like when to buy, when to sell, all these different tips I can give you. Or if you guys have any ideas on any tips that you guys want me to give you, just leave a comment below. And also, if you guys like this video, please leave a like so I know if I should make more or not. And also on the giveaway in the beginning of the video, make sure you guys are doing all the steps, because I have had winners in the past videos that didn't do all the steps and I just couldn't give them the $50 worth of Bitcoin, which really sucks. So I don't want that to happen to you guys, so make sure you guys are doing all the steps. And other than that, guys, hopefully you guys liked the video, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.